Today's story is the Ramayana, very, very famous. In pictures, illustration by Jagdish Joshi, and text by Mala Dayal. Long, long ago, a good and kind king Dashrath ruled over a kingdom of Kosala. The beautiful city of Ayodhya was the capital of Kosala. Dashrath had three queens, Kaushalya, Sumitra, and Kekai. King Dashrath had four sons. The eldest was Ram, then Bharat, then the twins Lakshman and Shatrughan. As the years went by, the four princes learned the holy books and the arts of war. Ram grew into a brave and handsome young man. He was so strong that he broke the mighty bow of Lord Shiva, which all the other princes had failed to do. The Ram won the hand of the beautiful princess Sita, daughter of Janak, the king of Mithila. The people of Kaushala and Mithila were filled with joy. There was a grand wedding. Many years passed. One day, King Dashrath said to himself, I am growing old. Ram is brave, kind, and wise. I will make him crown prince. He will rule the country. Everyone was very happy. Only one person was not happy that Ram was to be crowned prince. That was Queen Kekai's maid Manthara. Manthara rushed to Queen Kekai. Remember that long time ago, King Dashrath had promised to grant you two wishes. Tell the king to send Ram to the forest for 14 years and make Bharat crown prince, said the wicked Manthara. King Dashrath was very unhappy when he heard Queen Kekai's two wishes. But a king has to keep his word. King Dashrath had promised Queen Kekai that he would grant her two wishes. When Ram was told he was being sent to the forest for 14 years, he bowed his head. He agreed at once to do as his father wished. The next day, Ram left the palace with his wife Sita and brother Lakshman to live in the forest like a sadhu. The people of Ayodhya wept to see them go. Look how they are weeping. Dashrath was so filled with sorrow when Ram left that he died of a broken heart. When Bharat heard that Ram had been sent to the forest for 14 years and that he was to be the crowned king, Bharat was very angry with Queen Kekai. I love my brother Ram. I shall beg him to come back from the forest. Ram shall be king of Kosala. Bharat set off with the army and Dashrath's three queens to bring Ram back to Ayodhya. Bharat fell at Ram's feet and begged him to come back to Ayodhya. But Ram refused. So Bharat took Ram's sandal, put them on the throne, and ruled in Ram's name. In the forest, among birds that sang joyfully and elephants and deer that roamed about happily, Lakshman built a hut. Ram, Sita, and Lakshman lived there. One day, Surpanakha, the sister of demon king of Lanka, Ravan, saw Ram and Lakshman. Ram was very handsome, and Surpanakha fell in love with him. She asked Ram to marry her. Ram said He was already married and told Surpanakha to ask Lakshman. Surpanakha did not know that Ram was joking. Surpanakha said, "You do not love me because you love Sita? I will eat her up." And she rushed towards Sita. Lakshman took out his sword and cut off Surpanakha's nose. Surpanakha rushed to her brother Ravan and told him that Lakshman had cut off her nose. Ravan was very angry. He thought of a clever plan to punish Ram and carry off the beautiful Sita. One day, when Sita was gathering flowers, she saw a beautiful golden deer with silver spots. Sita wanted to have the deer as a pet, so Ram went after the deer, leaving Lakshman to look after Sita. This was what Ravan had planned to get a Ram away. Ram chased the deer deep into the forest. Finally, he shot the deer with an arrow. As the deer fell down, it changed into a demon and cried loudly, "Oh Sita! Oh Lakshman!" in a voice that sounded exactly like Ram's. Sita thought Ram was hurt. She told Lakshman to go quickly and help Ram. Lakshman did not want to leave Sita, but Sita begged him to go and help Ram. Finally, Lakshman agreed. Before leaving, Lakshman drew a magic circle around the hut. "Stay within this circle and you will be safe," Lakshman told Sita. As soon as Lakshman left, Ravan took the form of a sadhu. He stood outside the magic circle and asked Sita to give him something to eat as he was very hungry. Sita stepped out of the magic circle. The sadhu immediately turned into Ravan and carried Sita off in his flying chariot. Sita cried out for help. Jatayu, king of vultures, heard her and attacked Ravan fiercely. Ravan cut off Jatayu's wing. Jatayu fell to the ground. Ravan flew with Sita over rivers, forests, and mountains to Lanka. In Lanka, Ravan showed Sita his large palaces and the most beautiful jewelry. He told Sita he was the most powerful king in the world. He asked Sita to marry him. Sita refused. Ravan flew into rage. He told the demons to take Sita to the Ashok garden and guard her day and night. Meanwhile, Ram and Lakshman were looking for Sita everywhere. They came upon the dying Jatayu who told them that Ravan had carried away Sita. Ram and Lakshman set off in the direction that Jatayu had pointed. They met a monkey prince Sugriv, who had been driven out of his kingdom by his elder brother Bali. Ram and Sugriv became friends and promised to help each other. Ram promised to help Sugriv defeat Bali and get back his kingdom, and Sugriv promised to help Ram find Sita. Sugriv went to the palace and challenged Bali into a fight. Bali was stronger than Sugriv. Ram wanted to help Sugriv but could not tell which was Sugriv and which was Bali. Bali defeated Sugriv. Sugriv was angry with Ram for not helping him. Ram told Sugriv to fight with Bali again. But this time, Sugriv wore a garland of flowers so that Ram could recognize him. Sugriv and Bali fought again. Ram shot an arrow and killed Bali. It was now Sugriv's turn to help Ram. Sugriv sent his army of monkey and bears to search for Sita. But both Sugriv and Ram thought that Hanuman, the son of Vayu, the wind god was the most likely to find Sita. Ram gave his ring to Hanuman to show Sita that he had come from Ram. Hanuman reached the seashore with some of the army. He took a mighty jump and flew with the speed of wind towards Lanka. On the way, Hanuman had to face many dangers. There was a sea monster, Sursa, who opened her mouth wide and said, I want to eat you. Hanuman made himself as small as mosquito. He flew into her mouth and then out again very quickly. When he reached Lanka, Hanuman looked everywhere for Sita. Finally, he found her in the Ashok garden. When Sita was alone, Hanuman gave her Ram's ring. Sita gave Hanuman one of her jewels for Ram. To frighten Ravan, Hanuman destroyed trees and plants and killed many demons. Ravan's son Indrajit finally captured Hanuman and took him before Ravan. Ravan was very angry with Hanuman. He set fire to Hanuman's tail. Hanuman's tail grew longer and longer. With his burning tail, Hanuman set fire to Ravan's palaces and buildings. Hanuman flew back to Ram and gave him the jewel Sita had given him. But Ram, Lakshman, Sugriv, and his army set off for Lanka. They reached the seashore but did not know how to cross the ocean to reach Lanka. Finally, it was decided to build a bridge across the ocean. The army of monkeys and bears began to pull out big trees and roll down large rocks to make the bridge. Among those helping to make the bridge was small squirrel. She carried tiny pebbles in her paws and put them with the big trees and large rocks. The monkeys and the bears laughed at her, but Ram lifted up the little squirrel and stroked her back. The marks of Ram's finger are still found on the backs of squirrel and remind us of Ram's love for squirrel, who helped him build the bridge to Lanka. When the bridge was ready, Ram, Lakshman, and all the monkeys, bears crossed over Lanka. Ram ordered to attack army. It was fierce battle between the army of monkeys and bears and the demons. Thousands were killed. During the battle, Ravan's son Indrajit shot magic poisonous snake at Ram and Lakshman. The snakes wound themselves around Ram and Lakshman, and the two princes could not move. The Garuda, the eagle, king of birds, arrived. The snakes saw Garuda and fled because the eagle kills and eats snakes. The battle continued, hundreds and thousands of demons were killed. Finally, Ravan said, Wake up, my brother Kumbhakaran. He is the mightiest of the demons. He will help us. Kumbhakaran was as big as mountain. He slept for 6 months of the year. He was always very, very hungry. When he woke up, so Ravan had mountains of food ready for him. To wake up Kumbhakaran, they shook him, they shouted in his ears, they beat drums. Then they drove a thousands of elephants over Kumbhakaran's body. At last, Kumbhakaran woke up. After he had eaten his fill, Kumbhakaran marched into battle. Ram shot one arrow after another at Kumbhakaran and cut off Kumbhakaran's leg. But Kumbhakaran kept moving forward, fighting. Then Ram shot an arrow at Kumbhakaran's head and cut it off. Finally, Ravan himself came to the battlefield. He hurled a spear bright as the sun at Lakshman. The spear pierced Lakshman's chest. Lakshman fell to the ground. Ram was filled with sorrow, but he was told that special herb, the Sanjeevani, which grew on the mountain in the Himalaya, would cure Lakshman. So Hanuman immediately set off for the mountain. But when he got there, he could not recognize the Sanjeevani herb. I will take back whole mountain, he said, and lifting the entire mountain, flew back to the battlefield. With the Sanjeevani herb, Lakshman immediately revived and his wounds healed. The Ravan himself came to the battlefield. Ram faced Ravan. He pierced Ravan's 10 heads one by one with his arrow, but as one head fell, another grew in its place. Finally, Ram used special weapon which flew through the air, giving out flames and killed Ravan. Sita was given the news of Ram's victory. She came in the palanquin. Ram, Sita, and Lakshman got into a magical chariot which carried them through the air to Ayodhya. Bharat came with the Ram's sandal on his head and put them on Ram's feet. Ram was crowned king. The city was decorated with flowers and oil lamps were lit at night. We still celebrate this event on Diwali. Thank you.